Hello, hello, everyone. Welcome to Auntie Derek's Daytime Tea, where we discuss the latest celebrity tea in the news. And we do it live every weekday at 12:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Chatmosa. I'm your host, Auntie Derek, and today is Friday, January 30th. So with me on the mic, I have some fabulous co-hosts. I have my gorgeous Moon and my icy Chili. Hey, ladies.
What's
Good
up?
morning. Good morning.
Good morning indeed. Now, yesterday I teased you all. I said today we will be having a very special guest. And if you subscribe to me, you also got an email this morning telling you who that special guest is, honey. She is here and I am thrilled she is here. So her name is the fabulous, incomparable Dr. Nicole Cordell. Now, about Dr. Nicole Cordell, let me get her photo here so you can see this fabulous woman here. Give me one second. So Dr. Nicole, towards the end of last year, actually just released a new book. This book titled In Her Season, The Journal. And what it says about In Her Season, I'm going to read the summary of it. Give me one second. In Her Season, Dr. Nicole. Got my web page here. And also you can see that if you click Dr. Nicole in the call to action button here, it'll take you straight to the link where you can purchase her book. So, but it says In Her Season, the journal is a guided space for women who want to reconnect with themselves and move through life with more clarity. This journal gives you more room to pause and understand what you are feeling while recognizing what you need in this moment. The prompts offer steady direction. The reflections help you think without pressure. The tone stays supportive from start to finish. Each page helps you notice your emotional season and the patterns that shape how you show up. You begin to unlayer at your own pace. You see what has held you steady through change. Your experience continues in the companion hub with exclusive tools and bonus reflections only available to journal owners. It becomes a resource that you can return to whenever you need a reset or a moment to check in. And then it ends with, if you want a journal that feels calm, clear, and aligned with real growth, In Her Season gives you a place to land and a space to evolve. Baby, that sounds amazing. And so I have to welcome to the show Dr. Nicole Cordell. Welcome, gorgeous.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Oh, thank you for being here, taking time out of your busy schedule being here. Like I said, you just released this book just last year. So how do you feel about this accomplishment?
Definitely a long time coming. I probably have been working on it for almost a year. So I had to get to a point where I said, you know what? This is good. This is good. Put it out. They want it. Put it out. So it's definitely a relief. Sometimes I still can't believe it. But it's definitely more to come. As soon as I got this put out, my sister was like, here's your next title. Go ahead, start writing. Like, I can't tell you what it is, but it's good. I'm telling you, it's good.
I know
It's
that's right.
coming.
I know it is because look who's writing it. So, well, I'm going to share a photo of the book, the cover book of In Her Season, the journal, and I'm just going to ask you some questions about this book.
Okay.
So, my first question for you is, what inspired you to write your book, In Her Season, the journal?
I got to a point where I realized that I needed to sit and find myself in my right now, in my truth right now. Because before, I was just checking off boxes. Things that I needed to do. I need to finish my degree. Oh, I had a baby. My baby's going to need all of this stuff. I'm thinking about, oh, I want to be on the PTO and I want him to be in this club, that club. And he was a baby. All he cared about was getting the milk and getting a diaper. And here I am putting all of these expectations on myself. And I got to a point where after I had him, and then I bought a house, and then I had weight loss surgery, and then I had to figure out, oh, school is this and that and this, and then I started my business because I'm also a bedroom candy boutique consultant. And I got to a
Nice.
point, yes, I got to a point where it's like, where am I? When did I stop and say, Nicole, are you okay? How do you feel? So that was the turning point where I decided to figure out where I am in my season. So the questions that I started posing to myself and being in the bedroom candy entrepreneurship world, meeting so many different people, I realized I'm not by myself. There's a community of people and women in particular who wear so many hats that we're always showing up. We're meeting the expectations above and beyond, but we're skipping, not intentionally, but we're skipping right on past making sure we're okay. So I say, you know what? Let's all look at this. I have so many friends that journal also, so that was where I wanted to land first, to write a journal, and uh, here it is. Like it's still surreal to me. Here it is.
Oh my God. It just like, it was basically what I heard was like, for you, when it rains, it pours. And you
Yes,
just had to figure things out. We even have a comment in the chat saying, oh child, life was coming at her fast. So
fast.
you were very, very busy, but still realized that you had to take time for yourself. So that leads me to my next question. So, what would you say to the busy woman on the go who feels she doesn't have time to pause, reflect, and journal?
I would let her know that it's okay because life is going to come at you any way it wants to. You can't predict it. You can't change it. It's going to happen. But one thing about journaling for me, it's not a race to the finish line. It's not something that I have to do every day. It's when I'm able to return back to it. It's when I'm able to take the 5 minutes in between myself from working full time, being a full time single mom, like single mom. I don't even talk to his daddy. Okay. Single mom. And that's okay. Like I had to learn that that is okay. I work a second part-time job. My son is in all these sports and I'm very, very active in the school. And when I take the moment, like for today, just taking off of my full-time job, that was like, you know what? Let me sit here for myself. I'm going to get ready. I'm going to go on Derek's podcast. It's going to be awesome. But it's not like I was able to plan a full week vacation or something. It'll come, but that's not for the space right now in this moment. So these little moments where you can just take 5 minutes to yourself after your child goes to sleep, that little moment before you start prepping for the next day, and getting your kid to sleep, that's a time where you can just sit and think. And even if you can't answer the question that you're on right now, that's okay. You can come back to it because it's not for anybody but you. And one thing about self-reflection, it's not easy. Oh, it's not easy. It's not easy. It comes very hard. It comes with question. And it comes with the need for clarity that you may not be able to get in the moment. It may take you a couple days, and that is completely okay. You do it at your own speed, your own pace, and what fits for your life.
I love that. You hear, I know it's somebody out there that needed to hear that. So make sure you hear her and make sure you comprehend what she's saying because y'all needed that and you know you do. And it's not much to take 5 minutes. I know I know you're busy, but
Yes.
5 minutes, baby,
Mm-hmm.
you have to put yourself first because if you don't, then nobody else will. And then if you're not here, then who's gonna, you know what I'm saying? Like who's gonna take care of you? So
Exactly.
you have to start putting yourself first, even if it is that little 5 minutes. Listen to, this is a doctor saying this, y'all. So now, my next question, can you tell us more about this exclusive companion hub?
The companion hub is where I had to give myself that extra help. Where I had a question where there was more than one answer because for all of these questions there is no right or wrong answer. But sometimes I felt myself thinking, okay, is that how I feel? Is that where I am right now? So I wanted to dig a little deeper, and that's where the extension of the companion hub comes from because there's additional resources there for you to read a meditation that I created or to listen to an audio that's coming soon on the website. I wanted to be able to take what I have done and my lived experience and hope that the feelings that I'm internalizing and putting out there and putting myself straight transparent that People who feel the same way can look at this and start to develop some of the spaces that I am now, where I am feeling myself, able to put myself first, able to create those boundaries. And it was never easy. Never, never easy. But I wanted to create an extension that gives you a little bit more edge to say that it's okay. And you can always return to this assistance, these resources, wherever you need to. It's always there, but it's just here for you because you decided to open the book and start with the clarity of your own life.
Love it. Love it. And again, this companion hub, with all of these tools and resources is only available to journal owners. So get your journal to own. You can click that link and buy it, honey. So, now my next question. So how can outsiders, like for example, men or children, how can those people help and support a woman who's in her season?
By understanding that first, she's giving herself grace, and the grace that she's giving herself, you need to give it as well. So starting with children, because that's, my life is centered around being a parent, because I have to create that space of being both of his parents. But I help him to understand that as your mom, I'm always, always going to be there no matter what. But mommy needs some mommy time. Okay. There's a boundary that you can create with your children that does not make them feel a way that they're not loved. My son, we have the same type of emotions, the same type of personality. Let me tell you, raising yourself, it's a whole thing. People talk about it and I understand it completely. And I know that being away from me sometimes creates a tad bit of anxiety. So I make sure that he has the things that he likes, the things that he loves. And when we are in the spaces where I'm on one side of the room and I have his setup on the other side of the room, he's fine. I'm fine. But that's my moment to where I may be overstimulated, where I can just breathe, where I can just sit here in a space and he's cool and give myself a second until it's time for mommy, did you know? Can I ask you this? It's okay. It's okay to set that boundary up with your children and give them a place to understand that you need your space as well. When he just gets home and he's like my dad, takes the clothes off at the door. He wants to get comfortable, and I give him the opportunity to do that. Have his time on the phone before he gets into his homework, and that is not how I was raised. The way I was raised, I wish I would have come home and turn the TV on before homework was done. Absolutely not. It would have been a shoe flying
Wake
across the
up, girl,
room.
'cause I used to have to sneak to do that.
Okay. Okay. So I let him know that, hey, this is your time. This is your time for you. So I give him his space and he understands that, okay, now this is mommy time. She gave me my space. She has her space. When it comes to your partners and the girls and guys in your life, your friendships, so easy. We come to people who are wearing these feelings on their sleeves and we ask them, what's wrong? Are you okay? And they start to tell us, well, I have this going on and, I'm really down because I didn't do this. And the first thing that we do is say, oh girl, you worried about that? Oh girl, that ain't nothing. Well, let me tell you what happened to me. We don't do it intentionally, but now we have just shut down potentially where I could have just been a listening ear for someone. And
Mm.
just giving someone that space is just maybe the point that they need. If someone tells you that, hey, I'm not in a space where I can talk right now, that doesn't give you the green light to say, oh, well, she didn't want to talk to me, so let me give her the silent treatment for the rest of the night. That's not what it's for. Just understand that, all right, that's cool. You need your moment. Let me know when you're ready. Let me know when you're here for me. Because we pour into everyone else. And then next thing we know, our cup is empty. So as other people around us, give us the grace to just have the moment for what we need. and understand that it's okay. It's not the time for you to retaliate. It's not the time for you to, throw it back in our face 2 weeks ago. Well, I wanted to tell you this, but you act like you didn't want to hear me. It's not the time for that. It's give and take. And sometimes I have given all I need to give. So take yourself somewhere else and just let me be cool for a minute. That's what others can do for you.
I love that. I think that was clear, and I don't think that's unreasonable at all. So, yeah,
Right.
the people need their space, and it's okay to, and you shouldn't feel offended for someone else needing their space. So,
Right. Mhm.
I love that, Dr. Nicole. Well, now this is the question I have for the last question I have for you, but we do have a question in the chat, so I'm going to read the one I have for you first. So, which celebrity do you secretly hope reads in her season the journal?
So the first person that popped in my head was Taraji, because we have seen so many phases of her life, being that you're in the celebrity eye, and we've seen that this is a woman that carries a lot, but still quite amazingly graceful. And she has set herself on a platform to talk about mental health and to talk about having a place where you deserve to sit it all down. I related to when you finally get that moment at the end of the night when you can take your bra off and just set it all down, like just let them hang and be free. That's the moment that I relate to. And the first celebrity I thought about was Taraji, also like Gabrielle Union and Viola Davis. There's so many women out there who when you see them talking on these platforms, they're relatable. They look like people, not just, people who are in a completely different world for you because you're, quote unquote regular and they're quote unquote celebrity. But they have real people life issues, some that other people have been through as well. And you can see how they were able to navigate and get to a point. It may not have been easy. There were obstacles that popped up just like us. So those were the first names that popped up in my head.
I know that's right. And let me tell you something. It is not lost on me that the three, because you said Taraji first, whom I adore. And just,
Mhm.
a little side note, I'm going to tell a friend, who got a connection to her. Be like, look, we can get this book out to, to that person. I'm going to do what I can to see if I, use my connections that I have. Now, it may not do much, but we going to try.
Well, I
And
like
of
it.
course, and it's not lost on me that the three women, like the common denominator that they have, they're all not only are they brilliant actresses, but they're also
Yes.
activists. They
Yes.
also fight for things in mental health awareness. So I love
Yes.
that. So shout out to you, Dr. Nicole. Now, there's a question in the chat asking, what takeaways did you discover about yourself initially?
Ooh. Initially, I discovered that I let quite a few things ride that I shouldn't have, and that is okay. In the moment when you're dealing with certain people, you have certain friendships, you have certain coworker relationships. You look back, hindsight is always 2020. And you're like, you know what? I really let them disrespect me, play in my face, but you won't do it again. And it's not at the point of being rude or being nasty. I can tell you plainly that you were a part of a season that no longer serves me. And that's fine. Like, I don't have to, I don't have to cuss you out, because back in the day I would have. Now you want to take it there, that's okay. But I know I don't have to act like that. I don't have to be so, combative. Always trying to be on the defense. Always saying, oh, that person said that about me. Now it's like, okay, you talking about me. It's fine. It's fine. You don't always have to defend yourself, because people are going to say whatever they want to say, whether it's true or not. They know it's not true and still may say it. They know that they're making you a pawn in their game, and that's okay. But what I can do for myself, and what I realize, is that from now on, I can listen to my own discernment, because I saw the flags. I saw the flags like a circus, and I kept right on going. I kept right on going. Now that I'm at a completely different place. That's okay. Did it shave off a lot of people that were around me? Yes. Do I still have people around me that have been there the whole time? Yes, like my best friend. Also met her first year at North Carolina Central. Still here. She can't get rid of me. Still here. Still here. And we
That's
have,
right.
yes, we have traveled through life together. We had our sons at the same time. Like it's
Get
crazy
out of
how,
here.
yes, walking around working together in the same department, just as pregnant. It's crazy how you make these relationships and you don't know how it's going to last, but you live in the moment. So I learned now that, it's okay to live in the moment, even though, we may not talk all the time. I have friends, on the other side of the, United States. We're not going to see each other, but when I talk to you, we're going to catch up just like we talked to each other yesterday. There's none of that. Oh, you a stranger. Oh, I don't talk to you. You a straight. None of that. We understand that we have lives. We have things going on, and we're also taking time for ourselves. So I learned that if it doesn't feel right, let it go. And that's okay. Like, you don't have to feel guilty. You don't have to have that moment of closure. We don't have to have that conversation where we talk about what you did and I did. I can close the door on you and block you and just go on about my business, and that's okay, because that's what's fine for me.
Uh, that part. I know that's right. No, I have to say, Dr. Nicole, thank you so much for sharing your brilliance with us. I'm certainly going to buy now, even though I'm not, the her, I'm still going to purchase this book for me because I need to do some journaling and reflecting. So,
Well, thank you.
yeah, I mean, why not? Sure. I call myself Auntie Derek, so I think I can still, give myself an honorary ticket in this.
Yes.
No, but again, thank you so much for being here. You all do not forget to purchase her book. Again, you can see it here in the link. I've shared the link here. You just click where it says Dr. Nicole, and it'll take you straight to her Amazon page. And one last thing, Dr. Nicole, tell the people where they can find you on social media.
You can find me on Facebook at Dr. Nicole Cordell. You can find me on Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube at Coach Dr. Nicole. And you can follow my website at liveinherseason.com.
Liveinherseason.com. Let me actually share that here. Give me 1 second, and I'll put that on our Jumbotron. Liveinherseason.com. Okay, and it should be up shortly. Oh, girl, look at you in this fabulous picture. I love it.
Thank
Okay.
you. Thank you. Thank you so much for having me. I so appreciate it. Oh my gosh, you have no idea.
Oh, thank you for being here. Well, you all, so you know how we get down, Dr. Nicole. So we about to just jump straight into the messy tea, honey.
Let's get it.
Let's
It's
go.
time.
Well, yes. Child, and I cannot believe the first thing that I want to talk about. Did y'all hear about Don Lemon getting picked up by the feds, honey?
Oh,
Like,
I did see that.
yeah, picked
Yeah,
up by
that's
the
all the
feds.
talk, honey. Yeah.
Huh? Well, you see, I just shared it here by way of TMZ. Former CNN anchor Don Lemon arrested by federal agents. Crystal fascism right in front of our salads, honey. Right in
Okay.
front of our
And
salads.
all the black journalists and stuff, they are really concerned. This is not good. This is not good.
Like, no, it's really not. Like, his amendment rights are literally being trampled on, and people just like, no, we need to be pissed. Like, what the hell? But, Don Lemon was arrested Thursday night by federal agents in Los Angeles in connection with his coverage of an ICE protest that disrupted a Minnesota church service. Lemon was charged with violating a federal law by impeding people's right to worship during an anti-ICE protest at City's Church in Minneapolis on January 18th, according to the New York Times. In a statement Friday, U.S. Attorney General Pam Bondi says, at my direction, early this morning, federal agents arrested Don Lemon, Traherne Jean Cruz, Georgia Fort, and Jamel Liddell Lundy in connection with the coordinated attack on City's church in St. Paul, Minnesota. The AG later released a video in which she said the Trump administration plans to go after anyone who gets in the way of other people worshiping. Don's lawyer, Abby Lowell, issued a statement condemning the arrest and calling it a distraction by the Trump administration for investigating the killings of Renee Good and Alex Preddy at the hands of federal immigration enforcement agents in Minneapolis. Is it Lowell or Lowell? Anyway, Lowell says Lemon was simply exercising his First Amendment rights as a reporter to document the church demonstration, shining a light on the truth and holding those in power accountable. Lemon was in Los Angeles to cover the Grammys this weekend, and he was at the 2026 Recording Academy Honors Thursday evening, the same night he was picked up by the feds. We told you all about it. The federal government sought to charge 8 people following the demonstration at City's church, including Lemon, but a magistrate judge only approved charges against only 3 people, not including Lemon. A federal appeals court also denied a petition by the Justice Department to issue the additional warrants. Despite the magistrate's ruling, it appears the Department of Justice went to a grand jury to get an indictment against Don, because that's what it did to arrest Georgia Fort, a Minnesota independent journalist who was also arrested for her coverage of the church protests. Georgia recorded herself when federal agents showed up at her home to arrest her Friday morning, and the footage of the agents at her front door was shared as well. The demonstration involved about 30 to 40 people and was meant to confront the city's church pastor, David Easterwood, at a Minneapolis ICE official. He was not present at the church when the protest erupted. And then it says the story is still developing. They actually just had an update that I'm just seeing here, and let me read the update. It says, Don Lemon is being charged with conspiracy to deprive rights in violation of the FACE Act, interfering by force of someone's First Amendment rights, according to a Department of Homeland Security spokesperson. Girl, get the bleep out of here. Get up out of here.
Them weak sauce-ass charges.
We really need to be concerned. Like, this is crazy. What happens to, like, these whole people talking about America's first and patriotism, honey, and like this, am I going insane? Like, do we not all have to take civics in the 9th grade? Like, what the hell is going on, man? I'm speechless right now.
This is intimidation.
It's illegal intimidation. Like, it's not supposed to happen. We are protected from prosecution from our government. And all he did was cover a protest at a church because they understand the freedom of religion part is fine. But the freedom of press, they seem to, don't have a clear understanding of that, because they had to go to the Supreme Court to arrest both Don and Georgia. That is insane to me. Like, my mind is just not, like, I'm trying to figure out, like, why we not outside with pitchforks and shit. Like I said, I'm ready to go, but y'all, it seems like if I go out there, I'm gonna be there by myself. So I'm not doing it by myself.
Yeah. It's I'm this morning I have seen all the black journalists on all the TV shows speaking out. So,
like, we need to be freaking outraged, man. Like, bruh, it's just happening, and nobody's pushing back. No, that's the part that's getting me no pushback at all, except for maybe the black journalists who are going on. But unfortunately, people don't listen to black journalists anyway until it's too late. So
they don't listen to us in general until it's too late. I mean, i.e., we have Trump in the White House.
Well, I mean, as usual, nobody's caring about black people, as always. But let them have arrested some white journalists. I mean, we already know. I mean, this is par for the course. They don't get a lot of attention. If nothing's changed, even if it's unjust, illegal, problematic, rights being stomped on, it doesn't matter. They're black, so.
Yeah, and they only matter like that. Do they still think we like we matter like 3/5 of a person according to the original Constitution? What we have in the chat says, one, independent journalist. Two, Homeland Security has new laws because this clearly wasn't in place when Dylan Roof shot up Mother Man. Oh, wake it up! And then it says, three, the pastor is an ICE official. How far from grace can you possibly fall? Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And now you're not supposed to have a gun in protest when Kyle Rittenhouse had a big ass gun and shot how many people? And
Two.
Preddy guy shouldn't have been armed. Oh,
He killed
okay.
2 people.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but
Ooh.
Rittenhouse was a nice fella,
Mm.
but Preddy was doing something he wasn't supposed to do. Okay.
Yeah, because it's just something nice that'll happen to him, but I ain't gonna say it out loud. Well, anyway, and I was actually going back and forth with myself if I wanted to even talk about this next story, because you remember how he and Nicki Minaj had a little nasty back and forth.
Well, who is it?
David, she of course she's doubling down. You remember
Oh,
she called him a cocksucker.
oh,
And you see where I just shared here by way of TMZ, Nicki Minaj calls Don Lemon homophobic slur again on a podcast.
man, fuck her.
Yeah, and this clip is only about 19 seconds, but child is really fuck her with a sick dick, to be honest. But
She, who? I don't even want to say it.
girl,
You called for Don Lemon's arrest over his church stunt in Minneapolis. He's since called you racist, unhinged, homophobic, and out of your depth. Anything you'd like to say to Don Lemon?
Cocksucker, stop.
Whatever.
oh girl. And y'all see how I'm not crazy. It's still Barb's, black gay Barb's, that are willing to defend her, honey. When I tell you I don't, babies, this is your auntie speaking. Right? Oh, we have a comment in the chat. Oh, children. Right.
Let them be. They're not listening. Just let them be.
You know
You
what? You're absolutely right.
you can't put those thoughts back in the box. The box is empty, and it's gonna stay that way.
Hmm. And it's just really disappointing how, someone that we know, honey, who's, in, the same field that you were in now, happens to have no problem defending that person. I still can't believe it, but hey, what are you gonna do?
I
What are
believe
you gonna
it.
do?
This is how Trump became president. I chalk up everything stupid to this is how Trump became president because there's a lot of stupid motherfuckers in the world. Period.
Well, yes.
So, you know,
Well, all these stupid motherfuckers they have, honey. Let me share a smart person who I actually admire a lot. Stacey Abrams.
okay.
Are y'all familiar with her 10 Steps campaign?
Mm-mm.
Well, she's going to be talking about it in the clip I'm going to share. Give me 1 second. I have this link here from TMZ. They caught up with her, and she's pretty much saying that, baby, we are in the midst of authoritarianism. And it says here by way of TMZ, Stacey Abrams says U.S. is on path to authoritarianism because of Trump. So let me share my screen, and then we'll see what Miss Abrams and her fabulous self has to say.
A lot's going on in the country right now. A lot of people are scared. A lot of immigrants are scared. Americans are scared. Trump seems to be pivoting a little bit from his sort of deportation campaign and the tactics of ICE. Do you think that anything's going to get better from this point with DHS and what they're doing, or do you think it's just a marketing campaign?
There is no pivot. We are in the midst of an authoritarian takeover by the Republican Party led by Donald Trump. Their intention is to dismantle democracy as we understand it, and our responsibility is civil resistance. It is our job to protect our neighbors, to protect our community, and to stand up to and call it what it is. This is authoritarianism, and you can retreat briefly, but you cannot undo the deaths of Alex Preddy and Renee Good and the others who have died in ICE custody, but also the communities that are being terrorized around the country by normalized state violence. We have military occupation of American cities, and that cannot stand. And Donald Trump and his administration and his political party are responsible.
Should could Democrats hold up the funding bill over ICE?
Absolutely. But it's not just holding it up over ICE. It is using the responsibility that they have to represent the United States citizens. And that means not funding a masked armed military that is roving our streets and killing our citizens.
One last question. Why are they wearing masks? Is there any way something...
There are 10 steps to authoritarianism. And one of those 10 steps is state violence. And we have seen that play out in other countries, and it is always the same. Usually masked armed police, and we can call it ICE or call it anything else. But in this case, the United States is using ICE. That's why Democrats and Republicans of good conscience must band together and refuse to fund the depredation that we are seeing from this administration and from these people wearing those masks.
Totally. What are your emotions right now? Are you hopeful? Are you scared?
I'm determined. One of the reasons I launched the 10 Steps campaign at 10stepscampaign.org to help us recognize what we face, activate around pushing back, but also building the America we deserve. Awesome. Thank you.
Shout out to Stacey Abrams, and I'm going to share her 10stepscampaign.org website here on the Jumbotron. Oh, wait a minute. We got a comment in the chat. It says Catherine O'Hara died. I'm gonna look that up, honey. But yeah, there is you see where it says 10 steps to freedom and power. So yeah, for more information, just click on there, or just head over to 10stepscampaign.org. Oh, we have a comment. Stacey Abrams is phenomenal. She sure is. Yes, she is. Well, our next story, girl, we got to get ratchet now, honey. So, do y'all remember how with Cardi B was going through that whole nasty court case with that woman from the security guard from the doctor's office and stuff? Child, why is it still going on? And you see where it says Cardi B smacked security guard's lawyer with penalty over gang inquiry. So basically that lawyer tried it. So Cardi B just scored another legal win that makes her courtroom victory even sweeter. Los Angeles Judge Ian Fusselman hit security guard lawyer Ron Rosen John Faza, with a $1,500 fine on Wednesday for asking the rapper about gang ties during the trial. The judge called it an intentional violation of court orders, according to Rolling Stone. John Faza represented Imani Ellis in her failed assault lawsuit against Cardi. But he crossed the line when he asked the star on the witness stand, do you have any affiliation at this time with the gang? The judge had already banned any mention of Cardi's past, including her well-documented Bloods involvement from her South Bronx days. John Faza knew the rules, but asked anyway. It was no accident. It was not the result of inexperience or stress, Judge Fusselman wrote in his ruling. It was a knowing and intentional violation of the court's ruling. John Faza tried every excuse in the book. He claimed his office manager inserted the question into his outline. He said he was inexperienced and sleep deprived. He even argued he made worse mistakes in other trials without facing punishment. The judge wasn't buying any of it. He called John Faza's explanations inconsistent and contradictory. This penalty caps off a brutal stretch of litigation for Ellis and her legal team. Back in September, a jury took less than an hour to reject her assault claims against Cardi. The case centered on a 2018 incident at a Beverly Hills gynecologist's office when Cardi was 4 months pregnant. Ellis claimed Cardi cursed, spat at her, and scratched her cheek with acrylic nails, requiring plastic surgery. But Cardi testified she never touched Ellis and was only upset because the guard was recording her while she tried to keep her pregnancy secret. The jury saw photos of Cardi's square nails from that week, less than an inch long and incapable of causing the alleged damage. After losing at trial, Ellis tried for a new trial in December. She claimed Cardi intimidated jurors by throwing a pen at a reporter outside court. Judge Fusselman shut that down too, calling the argument unpersuasive. Cardi warned against future frivolous lawsuits on the courthouse steps after her September victory. I work hard for my money and for my kids and for my people I take care of, so don't you ever think you're going to sue me. I'm just going to settle and give you my money, she said. It's not going to happen. Now she's moving forward with her career. Cardi's preparing for her Little Miss Drama Tour, which kicks off February 11th in Palm Desert, California. The 30-date arena tour supports her sophomore album, Am I the Drama, and runs through April 17th in Atlanta. The tour marks her first major solo outing since 2016 and her first ever all-arena headlining run. She's hitting major venues like Madison Square Garden, United Center, and State Farm Arena. Good for her. But yeah, that's that on that, honey. I guess when you do clownery, the clown comes back to bite. You knew you weren't supposed to do that shit in court, and you did it anyway. So, there you go. Stop playing with the courts, honey, because they don't play with you. And a lawyer, officer, what they call him, officer of the court, y'all know better. Well, that is that on that, honey. So, y'all, we have more information about Quentin Aaron. So, remember how we learned yesterday that he had a spinal cyst? Well, now we're learning that it was a spinal stroke, honey. And you see, I just shared here by way of TMZ, the Blind Side star Quentin Aaron suffered spinal stroke. Well, the Blind Side star Quentin Aaron's family is revealing what led to his hospitalization. They tell us he suffered a spinal stroke. Quentin's family tell us he's alert, aware, and recovering, so that's good to hear. In a statement Thursday, Aaron's family says, "We acknowledge that you've heard about Quentin Aaron's condition. We appreciate the overwhelming love, support, and prayers that Quentin has received over the past few days from his fans, the public, and our concerned community." They add, "To update everyone, he had a spinal stroke. He is alert, aware, and recovering." The statement continues, "The Aaron family has a lot to deal with for the betterment of their loved one, but we'll be sure to keep everyone posted regarding Quentin's health as we see fit." They say, "To be clear, any other information that you hear pertaining to Quentin's health from any other source that isn't coming directly from his official blood relative family, that will come in the form of their appointed chosen spokesperson and lifelong friend, Leona Mendoza, is not to be taken as factual information." Quentin's family adds, "We kindly ask the public to please respect the decisions we make and to please understand that false information or statements may be made by others who continue to come forward but are not fully informed or aware of all the facts surrounding his condition, nor are they authorized to do so." They continue, "If there continues to be indications of or individuals who speak about his condition without consent, which violates HIPAA laws, we strongly urge you not to, because there will be legal repercussions." The statement ends, "Thank you once again for the outpouring of love. We send peace and love." Quentin has since been hospitalized for about a week and has been on life support. Spinal strokes happen when something stops blood flow in the spinal cord, like blood clots or hemorrhages, according to the Cleveland Clinic. So, ooh, child. So I have one question for the retired nurse in the room, Chili, honey. So even this is still going to require like that surgery that they were mentioning, and he is possibly going to be wheelchair bound maybe for a long time, for what I'm understanding.
Depending on how badly his spine was damaged. A stroke basically sounds like the blood supply was cut off. He may have had some lack of circulation to his spine. It could have caused, issues, just like with a stroke.
Jeez,
He cuts off part of your circulation and part of your brain dies, and it just depends. It's how bad it is.
and he is so young. He's only 40.
I know.
Mm-mm-mm.
I know. So if he can do the surgery, and if that area managed to heal, or other pathways, develop around it. I mean, it's tricky.
Well, we are sending him prayers, man. Prayers up for Quentin Aaron. I'm gonna just say one thing, Chilla, just one. I know Margarita can't wait to get him home, honey.
You know what?
Hey, Margarita girl.
If you don't cut it out.
Shout out to him and Margarita. Whew. Well, that is that on that. Y'all, okay, so y'all know I don't follow sports ball, but the only reason I know who this person is because he did do some acting But are y'all familiar with Vernon Davis, a former football player?
Never.
Well, y'all about to know his ass today, honey. Because his crazy ass, honey, who can't keep his hands to himself and got a really bad temper. But you see, I just shared here by way of TMZ, Vernon Davis accused of attacking woman with books during argument over abortion.
Oh.
Mm-hmm. Crazy. Well, Vernon Davis is being accused of attacking a woman with magazines and books during an argument over an abortion last year. TMZ Sports obtained the criminal complaint filed on January 8th, with the woman claiming she was at the ex-49ers tight end's home on May 31st when a disagreement broke out in his room over her pregnancy. In the complaint, the woman says the 41-year-old was hitting me with magazines and books from under his TV and added he offered her $10,000. The woman said Davis stopped in his tracks when she pulled out her phone to record him. Days later, on June 7th, the woman said another argument broke out when she accused Davis of lying to her when she sat next to him on the couch. She claimed he slapped her in the face and told her not to question him. She said later that night she recorded a conversation with Davis where he stated, if I really slapped you, your face will be blue and black. In the complaint, the woman said there was a separate physical altercation with Davis that left her with visible bruises. She stated that the incident was days before the May 31st altercation and prior to finding out she was pregnant, and noted there is an open strangulation and assault case regarding that matter. A warrant for Davis's arrest was issued on January 8th for assault and battery. He has a court date slated for February. Sources close to the Super Bowl champion tells us he's taken the allegations seriously. Davis, the 6th overall pick in the 2006 draft, played for San Francisco, Denver, and Washington over the course of his career, and earned over 7,500 yards and 63 touchdowns. After retiring in 2020, he has shifted to acting and other business ventures. And it says the story is developing. Crazy ass motherfucker. So I guess he wanted, from what I'm understanding, he based off on this story, he wanted her to get an abortion. She was like, "No, I want to keep it." And he hit her with a bunch of books and magazines and then offered to get her $10,000. Crazy. I mean, there's always condoms. Y'all asses act like you don't know how to use condoms. But you know what? Let me stay out of straight people business. So, anywho, that is that on that, honey. I have an update from yesterday. So remember we learned more about Javante Davis and his shenanigans with that young lady that he done choked up and dragged around at that club. And they have an update from that story that we read yesterday. I'm just reading the update. You see where it says by TMZ, he's ordered to stay away from her. So, and it says, Javante Davis appeared in bond court on Thursday and was ordered to stay away from the alleged victim and the club, as well as to have zero contact with the alleged victim directly or indirectly. So don't be trying to subtweet. Don't be trying to put no, damn, that's crazy, no shit, no messages like that on Facebook. Keep it the fuck cute. Anywho, so that's that on that. Good. Stay away from her and that club with your crazy ass. Well, that is that on that. Oh, y'all, I really, really hate, when I tell you I hate to talk about this next story because this young lady, she has really, really been going through it and it seems like she cannot catch a break. But, Sha'Carri Richardson, honey. I'm sharing this TMZ article and you see where it says here, Sha'Carri Richardson arrested for excessive speeding and poses for mugshot. So it starts off, Sha'Carri Richardson is no stranger to going fast. You know what? They thought they ate at TMZ. You should be ashamed of yourself. Says she's no stranger to going fast, but this time, instead of winning her medal, the prize was a pair of handcuffs for the U.S. track star who was arrested in Florida for excessive speeding. 25-year-old Richardson was busted Thursday in the Orlando area after cops say she was operating her vehicle recklessly, with the arresting agency, the Orange County Sheriff's Office, taking her in on charge of dangerous excessive speeding, meaning she was allegedly traveling at least 100 miles per hour. A spokesperson for OCSO says Sha'Carri was dangerously tailgating and traveling across lanes of travel to pass other motorists. It's not the first time the Olympian has been in trouble with the law. Back in July, Richardson was arrested for the assault after an altercation with her boyfriend, fellow track star Christian Coleman, where Sha'Carri was captured showing him on video, or shoving him on video at an airport in Seattle. While the case has since been handled, Richardson now has another on her hands. She's currently still in custody where she's being held on a $500 bond, and they say the story is still developing. The story is still developing indeed, because the next story I have, so it turns out that boyfriend that they were just talking about in the article, Mr. Christian Coleman, that ass was arrested too. And you will never guess what he was arrested for, child.
What?
Drugs. So you see where it says Christian Coleman arrested for drug paraphernalia resisting during Richardson stop by way of TMZ.
So he got drugs on him, and she's
And
driving.
she got arrested. And she driving, and she's speeding and shit through 100 miles.
Oh my God.
Girl, but then I'm reminded they are like what 25. So
God, fuck that. Come on now.
Touche. I tried.
Maybe if you was 5, not 25.
You're right. You are right, honey. Well, Sha'Carri Richardson wasn't the only track star arrested on Thursday. Her boyfriend, sprinter Christian Coleman, was busted for drug paraphernalia and resisting during the traffic stop, TMZ has learned. We've obtained the arrest affidavit from the medalist's run-in with police, and it turns out it was a bit of a Team USA hangout of sorts, with CC as well as fellow sprinter Twanisha Terry getting name dropped. The report states cops were driving north on State Road 429 in Winter Garden, Florida, around noon on Thursday, when a gray vehicle approached at a rapid speed. When using radar, the cops say the car at one point reached up to 104 miles per hour. The responding officer says the gray Aston Martin was driving dangerously, tailgating and passing other vehicles, and appeared to be flashing its lights at other cars. The cop activated the lights and sirens and initiated the traffic stop. When Richardson was pulled over, she claimed her back tire was underinflated, and that was the reason for her speed. She also stated her phone accidentally hit buttons and changed the car's setting, which she didn't know how to fix. During Richardson's stop, a black Jeep pulled up in front of the scene on the side of the road, and Coleman got out and waited by his car. When the officer went to fill out paperwork, they say Coleman approached the scene of the traffic cop, and he had to be instructed to walk back to his vehicle. As he returned to his Jeep, the cops say he dropped an object in the grass. The officer says Coleman eventually refused to comply with orders to keep himself out of the traffic stop, as he made several attempts to explain Richardson's speed to keep her out of jail. Richardson told the officer Coleman was her boyfriend, but later, when asked to provide identification, the cops say he refused. He was placed under arrest for resisting. When Coleman's Jeep was searched, a glass smoking device was found in the center console, and the bowl area appeared to be used but clean, with a small amount of green leafy plant material on it, suspected to be cannabis. No, nigga, it's oregano. The fuck? Anyway. He went on to post a $100,000 bond later that night, paying $500 for each respective. After Coleman popped up, Terry arrived as well and wanted to know what was going on with her friends. She was ultimately given a ticket for stopping on a limited access highway and was free to leave, taking Richardson's purse with her. Due to Coleman and Terry's involvement, the cops say they requested backup to complete the traffic stop. Richardson and Coleman's vehicles were towed from the area, and they were taken to jail in separate vehicles. As we previously reported, Richardson was arrested on one charge of dangerous excessive speeding and cited for several driving violations. Coleman and Richardson are no strangers to interacting with police. Remember, the two had an argument that turned physical at an airport last year, with Richardson calling Coleman a coward in body cam footage from the incident, even though he tried to defend her. Child, a whole bunch of mess. So it sounds like they were being stupid and the police was just going on a power trip, honey. Get back in the car. Go away from your car. Stay away from this investigation. Yeah, man, I'm just telling you she was speeding because she don't know how to use her car. I'm sure that's how look, anybody who's black and had dealings with the police, we know how that conversation went. That's that on that, honey. But yeah, follow the damn rules. Stop speeding on that road. Slow y'all asses down, girl. And if you want to speed, do it on a track where you're good at it. She's
Especially
really
when
good
you're
at
going over 100, which is an arrestable offense where
it.
you were,
Mm-hmm.
which is a law they just passed apparently that they got to take you to jail if you're going over 100.
Oh, I thought it's been like, because I know if I remember correctly, in North Carolina, I think anything over 80 is considered reckless driving,
Yeah,
and I think North Carolina and Virginia, and you can be arrested for that.
weren't they they were in Florida?
Yes, uh huh.
Yeah, I know it's not even 100 in some places.
Damn.
They can opt to just give you a ticket, but 104, you going to jail.
Slow your ass down, speed racer.
And then I know that's her boyfriend. Okay, so he wasn't in the car with her, which is a good thing. But you do not stop at a traffic stop like that. I mean, I know you want to protect your girlfriend, but you know the cops are not gonna like that. I don't care if you are daddy or mama. You do not insert yourself into a traffic stop because they do get belligerent with you. What part of that didn't you understand? You know these cops don't
Mm-hmm.
play that. Go on down the road and stop and wait for her, and then the other girl come behind them and stop too. Now, girl, will she get a ticket? You just don't do that. I know that's your friend and everything, but use some common sense. Let them talk to her, and if she goes to jail, bail her out, whatever, you know. But you can't insert yourself into a traffic stop like that. You really can't. And I can't say that I blame the cops for telling him to get back in his car. And
Mm-hmm.
then, boom, you wind up getting busted because you doing something you shouldn't have even been doing. You'd have been fine if you'd have just gone down the road and wait there. You could see if they was arresting her. Stay in your car. Don't get close. Use common sense.
Really though, there is, especially with the bong being, or the smoking device, the glass smoking device in the middle console of the car. What happens to rolling blunts, spliffs, something that if you're gonna smoke in the car, honey, you gotta smoke you something that you can throw that shit out. If you do that kind of thing, I'm not advocating, doing that kind of thing because yeah, but
Or something you can eat or something.
right.
Something.
Like what the hell? A bong? You gonna sit with a traffic stop and pick up a bong and take a bong rip at a red light? Like what the hell?
Probably.
Bongs are for home, like where you're supposed to sit, on a pillow, Indian style, maybe play some Erica Badu in the background, light an incense. That's what a bong rip is for, not in a damn car. The hell?
Have that in your car. That's
Anywho,
crazy.
honey.
And
Well, while
now,
we talking about cars and traffic stops, honey, let's talk about Kodak Black crazy ass. So
poor car. He
I'm about
stay
to
in the
share.
news for good and bad, but he stay in the
Hello,
news.
just stay in the news, honey. Well, you see, I just shared here by way of hot new hip hop. Woman accuses Kodak Black of intimidating her stepfather after car crash.
Oh boy.
So I'm gonna share my screen, and there's a young woman. They called a clip of her going on online to share this story, and let's see what she has to say about this ordeal.
Your favorite rapper is a horrible human being and something needs to be done about it. January 23rd, 6:25 a.m., a blue Impala slams into a white truck. In that white truck was my stepfather driving to work. My stepfather sees a man getting out of the car, so he starts pulling down his window. Then three other men get out of the car. The man comes up to the window and attempts to punch my stepfather. And my stepfather dodges it and then starts pulling his window up. As he's pulling his window up, another man comes and points his at him. That's when all four men flee the scene. My stepfather waits for the police to get there. The police search the car. They find a sword and I don't know what else. Stepfather is 65 and can barely walk
Okay, so that's part one. Here's the other part.
now. Can barely stand and now is in physical therapy. while this man gets to run around and do whatever he wants. Broward County Police Department, what are y'all doing about this? Because just because this man has status and money doesn't give them the right to act this way and think it's okay. There's literally videos of this celebrity dancing in front of his car. While now my stepfather is in physical therapy. Broward County Police Department, what are y'all doing about this?
And then the last video they have, it looks like if this was Kodak's car and it was wrecked. So I don't know if this was the same car she was talking about. Mm-hmm. So that's that, and then this story ends with it says, let me find it here. At the time of writing, it sounds like nothing has happened to Kodak from a legal standpoint yet. The woman says this all went down on January 23rd, a little after 6 a.m., which pretty much lines up when reports about Kodak's prize Impala getting damaged surfaced. And as you can see from the video above, the front end of the classic car known as the Eastervert is totally wrecked.
Yep.
Per Nolan Strong of All Hip Hop, it occurred on I-95 in South Florida. Interestingly, Kodak didn't speak publicly after this happened, which could lend some more credibility to the woman's account. So, yeah, looks like that she may be telling the truth possibly, but ain't nothing gonna happen. Don't he got not one, but two keys to the city, don't he? So,
He might need to use them to get out of jail.
He sure is, honey.
I mean, looks like he ran into the back of her stepdad's truck.
Yep, and had his goons pull a gun on him, allegedly. Girl.
He might not have instructed them to do that. They just may have done that on their own, but thank God.
A 65-year-old man.
And didn't fire the gun, thank God. You know.
Like, that is crazy. That is somebody's daddy. That could be my husband. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I know. Yeah, that's crazy behavior. That's that road rage bullshit. You know, you pissed off, your classic car is damaged. You had that flash of rage, and that's the problem. When you have weapons, that flash of rage will get you in trouble.
Mm-hmm.
I just read a tweet, actually, not earlier today, about kids throwing snowballs at cars, and this woman stopped and said it, had rocks in the snowballs. And one of the comments said that happened to him, and he got out and flashed his weapon at the children. And they called the cops. They was trying to get in the car. I guess he was arguing with them and flashed his weapon. He got arrested. Now the charges was dropped, but how much did he have to pay to defend himself? $10,000.
Mm-hmm.
You can't just flash your gun. Like, even if you don't plan on using it, that will cost you. You may not go to jail, but you gonna pay the charges to beat them charges. I mean, it's gonna cost you. So this is a lot of people fail to understand that. You can't just pull your weapon and just be, all willy-nilly.
Let me tell you something. You pull a gun on me, honey, in any traffic incident, when I tell you I'm turning to the whitest woman, my name will be changed from Karen Becky Sweeterson, honey. I'm going to be the whitest bitch you can see, and I'm going to scream, oh, my God, I'm so scared. Oh, my God. You going to jail. Mm-mm.
Yeah. And they're going to pay for that. Yep.
Well, that's that on that. I will certainly follow this story. I'm definitely going to look to see, like, if any court case or if Kodak says anything about it, and certainly update y'all when I get updated.
Well, he's wise to be quiet for now.
Mm-hmm. But he's not wise.
Well, apparently in this situation, he's displaying some discretion because,
Either that or he just high as hell.
That too. Just be quiet. Don't say nothing. Because the goon is the one that's going to have to really get some charges for that.
Mm-hmm. Well, Chilla, I think you're going to love this next story because I'm going to be talking about you're not going to love the context of the story, but I'm going to be talking about a Houston legend who
Okay.
unfortunately is in the hospital with some serious health issues.
Oh no.
Yep, and you all should see where I just shared here by way of all hip hop. Swisher House founder Michael 5000 Watts hospitalized with serious health issues.
Oh, I don't know who that is, but okay.
Oh, well, you know of his music, honey.
I
And
probably do.
Michael 5000 Watts, the Houston hip hop legend who helped shape the South Sound, is fighting for his health in the hospital bed. The Swisher House Records founder has been dealing with serious medical issues for the past week. His family dropped the news, asking fans and the hip hop community to keep him in their prayers. For the past week, Michael 5000 Watts has experienced some tremendous health issues that have caused him to be hospitalized, the family said in their statement. We are asking the community, fans, and those impacted by his decades-long career to keep him in their prayers as he continues to receive medical care. Watts built his name in Houston's Homestead neighborhood back in the late 1980s. He started spinning fast-paced mixtapes before completely switching up his style. The DJ learned the slower chopped and screw technique that DJ Screw created, then made it his own. That move changed everything for Houston hip-hop. Watts took the chopped and screwed sound and ran with it, creating a whole new wave of music that put the city on the map. In 1997, Watts and OG Ron C launched Swisher House Records. The label became a powerhouse in Southern hip hop, signing artists who would become household names nationwide. Paul Wall, Mike Jones, and Slim Thug all got their big breaks through Swisher House.
My boys.
Hella, didn't I tell you enough? Chameleonaire also came up through the label before going on to win a Grammy. The label's biggest moment came with Still Tippin', the 2004 anthem featuring Mike Jones, Paul Wall, and Slim Thug.
That's my joint right there. I love that
Okay.
song. You
Okay.
know
We
I
love
always play.
gospel music.
Yeah.
Well, the track became a nationwide hit and showed the world what Houston hip hop could do. Watts didn't just sign artists, he mentored them, produced their music, and helped them understand the business side of hip hop. His ear for talent was unmatched in the Houston scene. The DJ also kept DJ Screw's legacy alive after the chopped and screwed pioneer died in 2000. Watts continued pushing the sound forward, making sure new generations of fans could discover the style that made Houston famous. Swisher House became more than just a record label under Watts' leadership. It became a cultural movement that represented Houston's unique approach to hip hop. Hospital officials have not released any details about Watts' specific condition or treatment timeline. So we sending prayers up. So sending prayers up to Mr. Watts, 5,000. Sending you 5,000 prayers. How about that? But yeah, baby, when I tell you as a millennial, I love Swisher House. I got my girl here that went to NCCU, honey, back in the day, baby. I can tell you, honey, that the chopped and screwed dominated our college campus, honey. So shout out to Swisher House. Iconic. And again, we really hope that he pulls through.
He doesn't look that old. I wonder how old he is.
Let me see. Let me do a quick Google search. So, Michael, hey, Chaotic Club. Michael, 5,000 Watts. Let's see what has.
Hold on.
Oh, I'm sorry. I don't speak Espanol.
What the fuck up?
Yes, that's better. Okay. And it doesn't have his age. Let me see if I can Google his age. So he's 52. Okay, so he's born in 73. Yeah, young. Damn. Well, again, we hope he pulls through. And that's that on that. Y'all. Y'all remember we've been talking about Christy Scott and Desmond Scott and their divorce. Some people didn't even know who they were. Some people knew they'd seen them on their social media but didn't know them by name. But we learned like a lot of the stuff that y'all know about them is against your will. Well, we now have Christy. She breaks her silence after that divorce, honey. When I tell you she put on her most cuntiest fur coat and went grocery shopping, when I tell you I was like, oh my God, this is just so much. You saw, girl, it did. Did you say what I like? It was so much pussy,
At
honey. I was
first
like,
I was like,
yes.
who is this? And then I was like, wait, is this old girl? Cause I was listening. I was like, what's going on? Like, and I was like, this is feeling familiar. And then I said, oh, this is old girl. And then I had to go check it out. And then I had to find out, is she black? She's originally from the island. Cause I was like, she
Hmm.
gives off very heavy, am- ambiguous. And I was like, but what, is she black though? And she is.
Ambiguous and cunt, honey. When I tell you I want that coat so bad just to go grocery shopping, honey. I'm like, who puts on a coat like that just to go grocery? And then she's like, hi guys, I'm going through it. I'm just like, I'm so here for it. I'm here for it. Let me share my screen so we can see how she's, going through it after her divorce, honey.
Is that the one with the chef husband that cheated?
Yeah, the one to be jumping around her living room in them heels and stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, she's kind of annoying.
Not too much, because that coat is everything.
Not gonna lie, I was a little excited to go grocery shopping for the first time because I feel like I can just get like anything I want. Not that I couldn't before, but it just feels a little different. And I'm gonna visit their like fresh food section so I can get some like dinner because your girl does not know how to cook at all. Thank you guys so much for like being such a good support system for me. I don't want to get emotional. I'm just like figuring things out and trying to move forward the best that I can. I can't lie and say that I want to be flipping around my living room right now. We'll get there, but at this current moment in time, I'm like, yeah. I've also been snacking really bad at night, so I'm gonna get some ice cream. I'm gonna force myself to have more of a social life now because I definitely was lacking in that area.
Oh my God. That was just like so unnecessarily cunt. Like I'm just, if you was just in the grocery store, picking up your wheat thins or whatever y'all like in the grocery store, and you just turn to the left and you see that girl with that coat, I would just let out a big hearty, yes! Like I would just get my life. That is just so extra for no reason and I'm here for it. Oh my God. So yeah, but that's how she's doing after that divorce, honey. A content creator is gonna content create. So that's that on that.
Oh, that's gorgeous.
Isn't it everything? Oh my God. I said, who puts on a coat like that just to go to the grocery store? You
I
know
would.
who? Chrissy Scott.
I
And,
would.
and chill. And you know who else? Auntie Derek. We all will be up in the coat with these damn coats looking like the Supremes.
Because if you
We a
don't wear
dream, girl.
nice things, you'll never wear them. You know,
Okay.
you'll pass away and your closet will be full of things with tags on it that you never wore. Wear your nice things, people. I don't care if you are just going to the grocery store. That would look good over some jeans and a cute pair of boots, and it's not overdone to me that you would be in the grocery store with that on. I would wear.
You right. What that corny rapper say, that corny girl, Bill, that's her name, Bill. And she said, I put on my jewelry just to go to the bodega.
Bodega. Yeah.
But yeah.
Wear
Oh,
What
your
and
city? What
things.
city does she live in? Houston, right? Or somewhere in Texas?
I think she from California. That's the gal.
Okay.
Do y'all even have bodegas in California? That's the girl. Anywho, and
That's
she
a New
said.
York thing.
We have a comment saying, I think we need to get you that coat, Auntie, so you can go on camera. Baby, let me tell you, I will get on y'all freaking nerves with that coat, honey. Oh my God.
Wait, you
It's
already know?
beautiful.
Ooh! Okay, drag me. Oh, y'all have Korean drive-through grocery stores. Okay, well, roll your window all the way down so they can see, the coat. Just make sure they can see it when they hand you your groceries. Oh, and you just give a thank you, sweetie, with a big pair of shades. Oh, girl, I got this planned. Oh, I can't wait. Well, because we want to stay in our car. That's cute. Oh, well, let's talk about we have talked about the Julio Fulio case. I'm sure y'all don't remember it, y'all, cause y'all don't tend to not remember like the ghetto shit I talk about. but, but Julio Fulio was killed and they put the murderers on trial and everything. But now, baby, this story done broke out. And y'all see where it says here by way of all hip hop, judge booted from Julio Fulio murder case over bias claims. Ain't this the gaggle, honey? Well, a Florida judge got the boot from the Julio Fulio murder case after defense lawyers say she showed obvious bias during the trial. Judge Michelle Cisco was disqualified Tuesday from Alicia Andrews' case by Florida Second District Court of Appeal. Andrews was convicted of manslaughter in October for the Tampa shooting death of Jacksonville rapper Charles Julio Fulio Jones. Defense attorney Jeremy McLemont filed an 18-page petition claiming Cisco abandoned cold neutrality and did everything possible to ensure Andrews got convicted. The petition included 16 video clips from the streamed trial as evidence. Everyone is entitled to a fair trial, including Ms. Andrews, McLemont told Megan Cuniff of Legal Affairs and Trials. Shout out to Megan the Bob. We are convinced that a new trial should and will be granted after some litigation at the trial and or appellate level. The appellate court's 3-judge panel called McLemont's petition legally sufficient and ordered a new judge appointed immediately. Chief Judge Christopher Sabella of Florida's 13th Judicial Circuit must now assign someone else to handle Andrews' sentencing. McLemont's petition detailed multiple instances where Cisco allegedly showed favoritism towards prosecutors. The judge sustained objections against defense questions while allowing hostile commentary from the state's attorneys. Andrews was the first of 5 defendants tried for Fulio's murder. Her boyfriend, Isaiah Chance, awaits trial with co-defendants Sean Gathright, Rashad Murphy, and Davion Murphy. Prosecutors are seeking the death penalty against the 4 men, but not Andrews. Surveillance footage shows 3 gunmen ambush Fulio with AR-style rifles and a Glock 19 as he sat in his Dodge Charger outside a Tampa Holiday Inn on June 23rd of 2024. Andrew and Chance were nearby in the same parking lot. Prosecutors argued Andrews helped plan the murder by tracking Fulio as he celebrated his 26th birthday hours before his death. The case stems from the long-running feud between Jacksonville drill rap gangs ATK and KTA. Fulio was affiliated with KTA, which stands for Kill Them All, while his rival Young and Ace leads ATK. The groups have been feuding for years, with both sides making music videos celebrating murders of rivals and dumping champagne on graves. A jury acquitted Andrews of first-degree murder and conspiracy charges, but convicted her of manslaughter on October 31st. Judge Cisco had scheduled sentencing for December 8th, but the appellate court stayed the hearing while reviewing the disqualification petition. McLemont plans to use the disqualification as grounds to for seeking a new trial for Andrews. Mm-mm.
That's appellate court.
It's appellate court.
Yes.
And I was saying appellate.
Yeah.
Like, I was giving it a little French accent. Okay. Oui. Silence. Okay, honey. Well, the appellate court, honey, yes, and look. I feel like we need more of this, to be honest, with all the biased judges and stuff, and they do like sustain objections that they should not be sustaining and all that. So yeah, so and everybody is granted a right to a fair trial. So that's that on that. There's this actress. I don't know her, but this was actually very admirable. I don't know if her name is pronounced Odessa Azion or Azion, but I have this TMZ article here, and you all should see where it says Odessa. We just gonna say Azion because I like how that sounds. So Odessa Azion drops out of Deep Cuts after casting controversy. I'm giving everything a French accent today. Oui. Well, if you were getting all pumped up about seeing Odessa Azion in the upcoming romance drama flick Deep Cuts, this might be a bummer. She's dropped out of the movie's cast. The actress explained her reasoning on her Instagram story Wednesday night and admitted she didn't realize the character she was set to play, Zoe, was of Mexican and Jewish heritage in the 2025 novel the upcoming A24 movie is based Odessa's casting was announced Monday, and fans of the book started posting online about how her own background, she's Jewish but does not have Mexican roots, does not fit with the character, according to Variety. She wrote, I went in for Percy, but was offered Zoe instead of, and instantly said yes. I'm so pissed, y'all. I hadn't read the book, and I should have paid attention to all aspects of Zoe before accepting. And now that I know, what I know, fuck that. I'm out. So, Odessa added, there's a plenitude of people more capable of playing this role, and I am not one of them. In case you haven't read the book, Zoe's a close friend of music critic Percy, who's set to be played by Kaylee Spaney, and she's also the ex-girlfriend of Percy's love interest, Joe, who'll be played by Drew Starsky. I don't know who any of them motherfuckers is, but anywho. The book is about a years-long relationship between a music critic and an aspiring songwriter. While Odessa said she had been looking forward to getting work with the project's cast and crew, she couldn't do it in good conscience. And she was so sorry that this happened. Odessa's fans shouldn't be too let down by all this, though. She's got a couple of other projects already in the pipeline. And that's why she was so able to easily turn this one down, honey, because anybody else would be like, look, I'm sorry y'all offended, but I got bills. So, I know me. I got Scarlett Johansson would have been like, I got bills, bitch. Let me go ahead and play this Asian trans man. I got bills, bitch. So, that's that on it. But yeah, that's admirable. Now, me as, an actor, especially a struggling actor, I wouldn't, I'm going to work every role I get, honey. But I can do that. And she's in a position where she can turn them down. So good for her. Well, that is that on that. I got like 3-ish more stories left, 3.5, if you will. So this one, now this actually broke yesterday after we ended the recording, and Beezus brought it to my attention. But with they tried to break Luigi Maggioni out of jail, y'all. Done dressed up as an FBI agent and everything. And you see where I just shared here by way of TMZ, man with pizza cutter allegedly tries to break Luigi Maggioni out of jail. So Luigi Maggioni has a ton of fans rooting for his release, and at least one of them who allegedly tried to take matters into his own hands by busting him out. Mark Anderson, a 35-year-old Minnesota man, was arrested at MDC Brooklyn in New York, the notorious prison that houses Maggioni and other high-profile inmates such as Venezuelan dictator Nicolas Maduro, late Wednesday night. According to a criminal complaint cited by NBC News, Anderson was arrested after prison workers asked for his credentials, and he only handed over a Minnesota's driver's license. Anderson allegedly claimed he was an FBI agent and was in possession of paperwork signed by a judge authorizing the release of a specific inmate. We've confirmed Luigi is that specific inmate. The Federal Bureau of Prisons found a barbecue fork and an object that resembled a pizza cutter in his backpack. Anderson reportedly went to New York City for a job that fell through and was working at a pizzeria. On Thursday, Anderson was charged with impersonating an FBI agent. Maggioni is still sitting in prison, awaiting both his federal and state trials for allegedly killing United Healthcare CEO Brian Thompson in December of 2024. And we think it'll take a lot more than a fork and a knife to get him out. This man, they said a barbecue fork and a pizza cutter. And let me share my screen so y'all can see the look. Why have a comment? Why does it look like a poster for a comedy movie? Because it should be. This is right out of a damn movie, honey, for real. And look, this is his
mental illness problems. Okay.
This is the barbecue fork. That's his license, and that's the pizza cutter that he was going to use to free Luigi from MDC Brooklyn.
The babies need help, honey.
Girl, well, in other Luigi news, so even after all of this, he's actually not going to be facing the death penalty. And I have this link from TMZ. And you all should see where it says Luigi Maggioni will not face the death penalty. So a huge win for Luigi Maggioni. The trial judge just ruled the death penalty is officially off the table. The feds wanted the judge to rule that the stalking charges they filed against Mangione were a crime of violence, and proving a crime of violence is a prerequisite for opening the door to even charging Mangione federally with murder. The judge ruled stalking is not a crime of violence. The upshot is that Mangione can't even be charged with murder in the federal case. All he can be charged with is stalking, which carries a maximum sentence of life without parole. Mangione is still charged in state court with murder, although in New York there is no death penalty. Prosecutors did win a victory. The judge ruled the evidence searched and found in his backpack was admissible in the trial. The defense argued the evidence should not be admissible because the feds didn't have a search warrant. So now the jury will see the gun found in Mangione's backpack and his diary, which prosecutors say is like a manifesto that they planted, allegedly. So this man, we have a comment.
Why
This
would he
man
be
rallies for
carrying a
Luigi. People will
manifesto?
protest for the right and wrong things.
Well, why would he be carrying a manifesto if he wasn't going to kill himself?
Wait, you asking the right questions, Moon?
And or turn
They
himself
think the public is stupid, and unfortunately, most of the public is.
and or turn himself in.
And or
Right.
look, and gonna stop at fucking McDonald's. Okay, if I knew I just killed the fucking United Healthcare CEO, the last place I'm gonna go to McDonald's, I'm going to damn Ruth Chris for a quality damn steak, honey, for the damn job. Are you kidding me? McDonald's? Y'all caught me at McDonald's having a McDouble? No. I told y'all from the beginning I didn't believe. The what got me was the eyebrows. Luigi's eyebrows are thick, full of life, honey. I'm actually jealous of those eyebrows. I want them.
Okay.
And the shooter's eyebrows were not there when they released that still footage, that photo. Them eyebrows was thin, dull, lifeless. No, they weren't thick and full of life like Luigi's.
Not.
One plus one is
two. On eyebrows.
I mean, and it's something because just sometimes it really takes something as simple as that. Remember from Legally Blonde when they cracked the case when they realized the girl said that she kept washing her hair after getting the perm. Well, hold up. If you washed her hair after getting the perm, then why your curls are still intact? So yes, Lou, if you can't grow thick and full eyebrows like that overnight. That shooter did not have eyebrows like Luigi. 1 + 1 is 2. So, and we have a comment saying Auntie would have a McRib. I surely would have.
But that ain't, if you would have killed the CEO, you going to go have a quality piece of beef. A real piece of beef.
Right.
Not Auntie L. Woods.
Shout out to Elle Woods. I think aren't they making a series about that?
I hope
not.
I think they are. I think they true. Let me just Google it real quick.
Let's not and say we did.
The only reason I'm okay with it, yes, it's going to be streaming on and it's actually a prequel series, so it's going to be like Elle back in school and all of that.
Do we need to?
Now that we don't need, but I wouldn't mind a Legally Blonde remake or a reboot, something similar to it, only because I think that's a great story, and you know it was so long ago. We have a whole generation of kids today that need to see like a story like that, where they can just keep themselves and figure shit out.
Valley White Girl gets through high school. That's it. All right.
Gets through law school, honey, and find out that she's smarter than all them other motherfuckers, right? Because who cracked the case? Okay, I'm just saying. Not too much on Elle Woods, honey. Oh, and fuck Warner. Fuck Warner. I'm sorry, I really love that movie. Well, that is that on that, honey. Oh, do y'all remember now? This next story is not about a celebrity, quote unquote, but he actually did get famous, if you will. Well, now he's gone out in infamy for sure. But do y'all remember seeing the viral tweets about a school counselor that was sending inappropriate messages to a young girl?
No, but oh Lord.
Well, girl, he done took himself out. So look, we love to see it.
Oh.
And look, you see, I just shared here by way of TMZ. School counselor dies by suicide after alleged flirty message to minor.
Oh, I guess he's guilty.
Yeah. Well, yeah, girl.
I mean, what you taking yourself out for if you didn't do it?
Well, Louisiana middle school counselor died by suicide Wednesday after he was accused of inappropriately messaging a minor, TMZ has learned. Quentin Dixon, a counselor at Westdale Middle Magnet School in Baton Rouge, died of a self-inflicted gunshot wound, and his body was found on the campus and now shuttered Glen Oaks Middle School, according to Baton Rouge Police Department. Earlier this month, Dixon was accused of sending flirty messages to a 14-year-old beginning in early November 2025 through early January. An arrest warrant was issued on 4 counts of indecent behavior with the juvenile. TMZ obtained the warrant, which says Dixon continued messaging the teen even after confirming she was in high school. Dixon also made remarks about her sexual orientation and complimented her by saying she was cutting up to be so pretty with a fire emoji, according to the warrant. A rep for the East Baton Rouge Parish School System released a statement telling us Dixon was placed on leave due to the allegations. The rep also sent condolences to the entire school community and offered counseling and support for traumatized students and employees. And then they end with, if you or someone you know is struggling or in crisis, help is available. Call or text 988 or chat 988lifeline.org. Well, you can do that, and also don't be messaging 14-year-olds trying to hit and you a grown-ass man. I'm sorry, honey. You can't even pay me to feel sorry for him. I'm sorry. There's one less pedophile in the world. I'm sorry. Bye. So, toodles. Sorry for his family. Well, the last story that I want to end with, honey, y'all know I have to say, when it comes to brandy, millennials don't play about no brandy, baby. No matter who you are. Even if you, someone who likes to cut up a little bit, like Raven Simone. Raven Simone actually surprised a bunch of people in LA, and she came out and gave like a dance tribute to Brandy sitting on top of the world. And I thought it was so cute, and so did Brandy. So give me 1 second. I'm going to share the Art of Dialogue actually posted this on their Twitter page, and let me share my screen, honey. So shout out to the Vocal Bible. We do love us some Brandy. So let me full screen.
The one and only Gerald Taylor with Raven Simone. Understand? Wow. Hey. I love it. Listen.
I have to say, I love Raven when she don't have that white wife around. I love it. Because when she had that wife around her, honey, she is annoying as hell.
That's what I was
Why
gonna
was
say. I
that
was
on my
gonna say
mind?
she's. I
You
was gonna
see,
say.
I'm saying the quiet part out loud. I don't give a damn. That wife is annoying.
I was gonna say, is she still married to that white woman? Well, I don't
Yep,
care.
they do a podcast. Very, very white
Ew.
lady podcast.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Look,
that's
we have a comment in
unfortunate.
the chat. Unfortunately, yes.
Oh, that is
Unfortunately, yes, they
unfortunate.
are still married.
Oh.
Well, y'all, that was actually all the tea that I had for us today. So before we head out and before I wish you all a good weekend and before we go to this after party, did you all have any tea that you want to share or any tea that I might have missed? Oops, Slayonka. Hey, boo.
Hello, everyone.
Hey,
Um,
gorgeous.
I know that we don't acknowledge too many white women on here, but I want to say Catherine O'Hare was an actual gem in Los Angeles. She gave a lot to women's shelters out here that a lot of people don't know about. She would help them with clothes, help them get jobs. She would take them on day outings, especially the one with women and children. She would take their kids to the park. So she contributed a lot to a lot of women's shelters. So I just wanted to acknowledge her. She is a legend on the movie screen, and I'm really sorry to hear about her passing.
A legend on the movie and the TV screen. And I didn't know about her activism like that. So shout out to her.
Oh, hell no. Not mom.
Oh, yeah. No.
Mhm.
Oh, I guess y'all didn't recognize her by name. Because remember, Puppy said this in the chat earlier.
Mhm.
Oh my goodness.
Really sad. It's a sad day. We lost Miss Shirley and now this, and it's just really hard because a lot of people aren't giving to homeless and homeless women who are really trying to get on their feet. She would help a lot with battered women and their children. Like she really would go there, not send people. She would be present, and she just gave a lot. So yeah, and she was really really a nice lady. She was always nice to everyone on the street, and I know firsthand because my sister actually was in a shelter when she was very involved. I know she kind of slowed down when she got a little older, but she would still help and still show up. So yeah, it's just a sad day for LA. LA has lost a lot of community members who helped our city streets. So it's another sad day.
Oh no, yeah, we like her. She's yes.
Hmm.
Kevin. And she
Kevin's mom
recently had
passed.
did some commercials with Kevin Hart in the last
Hmm.
couple of years.
You
Oh,
did.
and
Those
she's
were
only
cute.
71.
Only 71. Ain't that
Yeah,
crazy?
young.
Well, that's still young.
No, I didn't see why she passed, but
Let's see if they have it in this article. I'm just seeing this.
I felt like I knew the name, but I was like, hold on, I'm getting
Nope.
ready
They
to
say the
check.
cause of death is unclear.
Mm.
probably maybe natural causes. Who knows? I hope. I hope if she did, it was natural causes and not anything weird or that could have been prevented.
Look at that Pisces queen. Come on now.
Yeah, I just wanted to, you know,
You're
acknowledge.
very right.
Yeah, sad
You're
day for
very
LA.
right, Bianca.
Thank you for
No.
that, Slayonka. And we have some people in the chat that, acknowledging her accomplishments as Maura Rose in the iconic Schitt's Creek. Kevin's mama from Home Alone, whatchamacallit and Beetlejuice. And then we have a comment saying, thank you for sharing her advocacy work, Slayonka. Yes, thank you indeed.
Yes, we definitely grew up with her.
Hmm. One time for Catherine O'Hara. May she rest in peace, and condolences to her friends and family.
You know, this life is so short.
Hmm. That's why we don't keep bad people out of it, honey. It's too look for real.
Mm-hmm.
So, well, y'all, that was again. Thank you, again, Slayonka, for sharing. Did anybody else have any other tea that they want to share, or anything I might have missed? Okay, y'all. Well, thank you for taking time out of your busy day to come and sip tea with me. Special thank you for the Dr. Nicole for coming with us and chatting with us and staying through to chat with us with the tea, honey. Y'all be sure to buy her book and click where it says Dr. Nicole to purchase her book and hit up her website. Let me go back to it, but I'll make sure I get it right. It is, I posted it or here, liveinherseason.com. liveinherseason.com. So do not forget to buy her book. Take some time for yourself and reflect and journal. And y'all, if all goes according to plan, for Monday, we will have another very special guest, honey, that I'm sure you all will like and you do not want to miss. So, and also subscribe to me because I'm not going to tell you who it is. I'm going to tell my subscribers, honey. So, but anyway,
It's
it is always a
exclusive being on
pleasure.
that list. I love it.
Yes, honey. And I love y'all more. But in the meantime, you all have a fabulous weekend.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.